Well, good evening once again, everyone. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight to lift up the work that Mr. Mitchell has been doing over the years. I'm Pastor Peterkin, the pastor and founder of Family of God Building Ministry, building families for the glory of God. That's my lovely wife there with the camera sitting up there, Coach Peterkin. Thanking God for all of the support and effort she's done with us. I've been with Larry and his ministry for like 9 years now, and come to find out that New Life Ministry is not just a building there with a name on it, but New Life Ministry is who we are. We are New Life Ministry. You are New Life Ministry. All of your efforts and all of your sacrifices and all of your tears and all of the efforts, trials, and tribulations that Larry may endure in the midnight hour when we are away praying, thinking, and hoping for those family, loved ones, and friends. We are right there standing there with you, Mr. Mitchell. And we thank God for what you have done and all that you are doing. For New Life Ministry is a group of men, women, boys, and girls that come together, caring, loving, and committed together for a common cause, to give others who have made erred in their way, who may have fallen off the wayside, who have made committed offenses and caused themselves to be in positions that they couldn't deliver themselves from. But when they did get delivered, they had a place to come. And New Life Ministry has been there, and I thank God for the ministry and Larry's leadership that gave me an opportunity to serve. It was once asked, who is the greatest in the kingdom? And the Lord answered them, the greatest is the least, and the least is the greatest, and the greatest is the servant of them all. Larry has served us all through the work he's doing at the ministry. And he's worthy of a hand clap of praise right now for all that he's done. I thank God for the opportunity that we have to serve with him. Because every ending is a new beginning. At every ending. And many have chosen to kind of hold on to the end of matters when they're being removed from them or they're being broken. Habits, addictions, lifestyle, and what have you. But at every ending there's a new beginning. And New Life has established that new beginning for many. And we can look on it now and know that there's a way made for many right now within this community. Years ago, I worked at a program on Webster over there, Wabash, and I was working there with one of the men that used to be with Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Napoleon. And I worked at the desk, and we took people in, and we tested them, and we allowed them to go out in the end. And if there was, it was the last chance, as one of them had spoken. And if they had been tested, so to speak, dirty, or either they came back late, I had a problem in there, they would go back and do the time that they had set before them. But that place was the last chance. Many nights people would come to me up there looking for their place for their sons and daughters or their family members that were getting out of jail and prison. And we had nowhere in Lakeland at all that they could say that they could come or no one they could go to. But I'm so glad today that I know that because of Mr. Mitchell and his openness that he has for the people in that program. Many look on him and say he ought to have a lot more law or legalistic ways about him. But I'm so glad that he has a heart of God, that he looks beyond the faults of many of them, not ignoring that they don't exist, but he sees their need so greatly. And looking beyond their fault and seeing their need, give them opportunity to grow and to develop and not cause them to have to suffer beyond their own measure. So that's one of the great things and attributes of Mr. Mitchell, his grace and mercy. His grace, unmerited favor, something they cannot earn, they cannot do out of their own strength and ability, or their own education, or their own family might not be able to make a difference right then. But with that ministry being in place, and the people that God has placed, as you are here, to help, support, and to do all the things that are being done, it's possible. It can happen, and it is happening. The mercy that he extends to them, that is speaking that at times when they deserve to get put aside, cast out, or put down, or when many see them coming their way and they pull the shades down, or the phone rings, and they see the phone number, knowing who it is, and they don't answer it. Right now they have opportunity to allow themselves to grow. The mercy goes beyond, in other words, what they deserve by many eyes and many others is to look beyond the faults and giving them opportunity. So I thank Larry Mitchell for this privilege that we have had as a ministry to be there. We're standing with him to teach, instruct, and to help many of those that are there with men ministry, and not just to become men ministry as a program, but they come together and eat, drink, and be merry and go on their way. But to help establish those men to become men of action, men to be able to use their talent, their gifts, and their skills, and to begin to gain more character and not just a reputation that they once had. So through all these things that are happening, going on, thank you that I'm here standing with him at the Family God Building Ministry to see a difference being made throughout the community, not just at the location, but throughout the community. Thank you, Larry Mitchell, and thank you all. Continue on in the faith. Faith without works is dead. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Peterkin and Mr. Mike, for those words of inspiration and telling us about the New Life story. Now we will have another solo by Mr. Timothy Grady. As Mr. Grady is coming, I forgot to acknowledge our online Facebook audience that's watching on tonight, and we welcome you as well for watching. Come on, give us some, give them a hand. We'd like you in the Facebook chat to thumbs up, hearts, or whatever you want to give to Mr. Mitchell on tonight and to New Life. You will also have another opportunity to give as well. We'd like you to put some words of inspirations in the chat to Mr. Mitchell and to New Life for this Banquet 32nd year celebration on tonight. So come on, let us welcome again our Faceline, our Facebook audience that's watching with us tonight. So like, share the video with someone, tag someone, let them know that we're here, and you will have an opportunity as well to play a part in this 32nd annual celebration. Come on, put your hands together for Mr. Grady.
Little becomes much as you place it in the Master's hand. Just ordinary people, God uses ordinary people. He chooses people just like me and you, who are willing to do as He commands. He chooses people who will give their all, no matter how small your all may seem to you, because little becomes much as you place it in the Master's hand. Just like that little lad who gave Jesus all he had, how the multitude was fed with the fish and loaves of bread. What you have may not seem much, but when you yield it to the touch of the Master's loving hand, then you'll understand how your life could never be the same. Just ordinary people. My God chooses ordinary people. He chooses people just like me and you, who are willing to do as He commands. He chooses people will give their all, no matter how small your all may seem to you. Because little becomes much, because little becomes much. He said little becomes much as you place it in the Master's hand.
Thank you, Mr. Grady. Come on, give Mr. Grady another hand. Certainly little becomes much when we place it in the Master's hand, when we place it in the right hand, which is the Master's hand. And so we thank you, Mr. Grady, for that song of inspiration on tonight.